Coach, I want to ask you about the intensity of the players from the last game. Do you think is there any lack on the intensity of the players in the last game? If so, how are you going to fix that?
Well, that's actually the easiest part in football, to fix that about character and mentality. It's sure that we were not happy with that part, because there are many games in this league that you have to fight for every ball, that you have to go and fight for every duel, for every so-called second ball. You have to do it, because the opponents will put you in a situation with more intensity and you have to respond. So with this kind of thing for tomorrow's game, we have to be absolutely on top of our moment, and hope to see our boys responding tomorrow on correct manner.
From the last match, do you felt any issues with the intensity of the players on last match?
We entered the game. I think that we entered the game on a good way. Then you know how it happens. During one game, there is a team who tries to impose its own style, and you have to respond. And unfortunately, our last opponent, they were more aggressive in the duels. They were more aggressive on these second balls, and that's what made the difference. That's what made the difference, and that's what pushed us into the defeat. So we were sorry about that, but the good thing is that you recognize those moments, that you have to work on them and to respond in the next game. We are pleased that the next game is already tomorrow, so there is our chance.
Hi, coach.
Hello.
In the match against Odisha FC, it was a brilliant start in the first half. But what went wrong in the second half? Do you think something wrong?
Well, especially at the beginning, like lack of concentration. Even we were mentioning that in a half time, that we have to be fully concentrated, because some of games in ISL are not about, let's say, beautiful football, or how everybody calls and say this tiki-taka game. No, many games in ISL we witnessed last season as well, we will witness also this year as well. It's about fighting, it's about winning duels, it's about being aggressive, it's about collecting and fighting for these, like I just mentioned, so-called second balls. And these things, believe it or not, these things in football, they make a difference. These things, and we can witness in any other level worldwide speaking, whether it's at Champions League, national teams, very soon it will be also the World Cup. That's a very important part of a football game. If you're not ready to respond on that, if you're not ready to be aggressive, more aggressive than your opponent, to have a grip on the game like that, then most probably you are losing the game.
Actually, you play an attacking and pressing style of football rather than wanting to stay back and defense. Do you think is this affect your game plan?
Yeah, before the last game, we knew that our opponent would like us to come high and press high, and that was obvious also in the first half, seeing that the defenders, they were staying with the ball and wanting us to come higher, to stretch us, to allow their strikers and midfield players to have more space to explore in the midfield. So we did not want to allow them to do that. So I think that we surprised them. They were waiting us to be as aggressive as we've been in our last home game. So then it's about tactical approach, how we will approach. I think that in the first half we did it good. Even it was, kind of recognizing the strength, because in these games it's about recognizing all the opponents. It was also the last season, where in the first part of the season everybody wanted to see how the other teams are performing, the other team styles, and in the first half we wanted to see that part. So then in the second half it was just that we lost the grip of the game in the duels, because tactically speaking, there was nothing special that we were suffering, because just the fact that we were losing these crucial duels by conceding this first goal from throw-in, or losing duels after that, and that it leads you to concede goal. We must avoid those moments. We must be more stronger, more concentrate on these moments of the game, and like that solve that issue.
Hi Luna. Some of your key co-players last season have missed this season, like Vasquez and Pereira Dice. Did it affect your rhythm of play this season?
Well, last season with Jorge and Alvaro we did well, but this is history. We have good players, we have good replacement for them, and of course we're trying to do our best. In football, you need at least 3-4 games to know each other, to know how they play, how they move, how they like to to approach the game, and we are in this path. So we have to be patient, trust in ourselves. I trust 100% in my teammates, and I am sure we will do better this game.
Hi, coach.
Hello.
Yeah, Kerala Blasters got off to a winning start against East Bengal, and then you have lost 2 games in a row. So ISL is a short league when we compare it to European leagues, and there is a chance for panic to set in when the results don't go your way. How important do you think it is for your team to not get into the habit of dropping points and losing games and get back on winning track very soon?
Not only our team, I think that in a professional sport, competing in any league, it's that's the point, that you get this positive attitude, that you get this winning mentality. This is very important, especially for the team when you have expectations, when you have kind of fan bases and everything what we have in Kerala Blasters. This is very important. So as a team we want to have that. As a team we managed to have that last year. Even last year was not the same case like this year, speaking about playing in front of fans, because last year it was awful, it was ugly to play in that atmosphere without fans. But of course, when you want to compete, and we are the team who wants to compete against any team, you know, every team in this league, we want to have that kind of mindset. We want to have that kind of positive attitude, winner's mentality, and go for a victory in every game. So we will not change that. We will not change that because we are Kerala Blasters. We want to have that.
Thank you, Coach. One more question. Mumbai City come into the game on the back of 1 win and 2 draws. Basically, they are unbeaten. So how do you view tomorrow's opponents, and how do you see them?
Well, Mumbai is always, I think, in the previous years, Mumbai FC is always one of the biggest title contenders. So they always come with a clear point of view. They want to win every game. They want to fight for the title. We are the team who wants to compete against the strongest team. They have a good team. They have good players. But you know, in a collective sport, there are many details. Tomorrow it depends how we will start the game, how we will approach the game, how we will be aggressive, how we will be in ball possession, how we will defend together. Last year we managed to play 2 good games against them. This year it's completely different because, you know, speaking about last year, like Adrian just said, it's history. You know, it's history. It's nice to talk about those moments, but you know, present moment is now the most important. We have to organize and be ready for this kind of game. It will be different than last year, but from our side, we want to prepare good to be ready for this game, to be more aggressive and to show tomorrow in front of our fans that we are capable of making a good result again.
Hi, Coach.
Hello.
Do you feel any pressure to reconstitute or revamp your strategies after the first 3 matches?
Can you repeat, please? Do I think?
Yeah. Do you feel any pressure to revamp or reconfigure your strategies after the first 3 matches?
Well, I think that even in a let's say last season, and even since we started now, I don't look in our job in football a pressure. I look it more like a pleasure, because we are doing, I've repeated it a couple of times, we are doing something that we love. And in every collective sport, I always, when we speak with players, I always tell them that pressure is something that you have to embrace, because how many times in your life you get in a moment of pressure? You know, if you are in a moment of pressure, especially in sport, it means that you deserved it, because you worked so hard to be there. Whether is it playing for you know, titles, or you deserve those moments. As a sportsman, you have to embrace those moments, because it's a God's gift. You know, you are privileged to be there, and we in Kerala Blasters, we are privileged to be part of this nice club, and I see it like a pleasure, because I see the boys enjoying every day in the training, enjoying being in this club, and we are honored to be here. So, kind of pressure, no, because it's a football game, it's a sport, it's something that we love to do. So we want to have our approach, like I said, playing good football, playing for these fans and beautiful people coming to support us, because they deserve to see us fighting for them.
Hi, Coach. How do you rate the link-up play between Adrian Luna and the new foreign players?
how do I evaluate
Yeah,
the
link up the play.
For use. What you can say?
Yeah, you know, when we see our group, what makes me really proud is that seeing those boys coming to a training with a smile, seeing those boys spending their time together with pleasure, you know, talking to each other, getting to know each other, and this is nice in a collective sport in one organization like that. That's nice, you know. Even last year when we started this work together, and even if you speak about scouting and signing players, whether they are coming from abroad or domestic players, always first of all we want that these people are good human beings, that they are good people, you know, because they can fit each other, they can talk to each other. Of course, they all have qualities. They all have qualities, and when they fit together with the qualities they have, like human beings, then everything can be nice. So I'm glad to see them, how they're bonding together, how they're spending time together, see them having pleasure playing together. So we're happy to have them all.
And one more question, what is the availability of the players ahead of the game? Is everyone match fit? Any injury concern?
Ayush started yesterday training with the group, Apo as well, so they are part of the group. Everybody is available, so today we have a full squad available. We'll just make our selection today. We have 23 players available today for a training, 18 of them will be participating, so for us kind of luxury problem.
Coach, we had a great start actually, but then the last two matches sort of gives an impression that the Kerala Blast is back to its old bad habits. Like, what is running in your mind? Like, what are you doing about the defense? Like, and what do you say about the Mumbai City, like the match tomorrow?
Now I'm like in my head question mark. Do I like to start like last season with like 3 games without victory and then from 4th game to win like and go, or would I like to win first game and then that? But in football it's like in both directions, you know, it's both directions. When you win you have to try to continue with the positive, like I said, mindset and positive momentum. You know, when you lose as a great champions and the great teams, okay, you got punched in your stomach, you got hit, but you have to respond. This is it. Like I said in a press conference after the game, okay, 24 hours, go and cry and be sad, of course. Everybody's sad when you lose a game. But from tomorrow on, you have to make that click in your head, switch on, and let's go, prepare for the next game. This is how the big teams respond. Even speaking about individual sports or fighters, they always got hit. The big champions, speaking about, they always got hit, but you have to respond. You got hit, you have to continue. So now we got hit, we have to continue, go back on the pitch, and that's the only way. That's the only way, because that's the place where we have to go and speak on the pitch to show with our actions that we are capable of doing nice things again.
And what do you say about Mumbai City? Like,
well, it's a great team. It's a great team with a good organization, good coach. They have everything spot on. So for us, always big motivation to play against the big teams. So I think it will be nothing different than in the last games. We want to go out on the pitch, especially in front of our fans. We want to fight for them, to fight for 3 points. They're a good team and we like to play against good teams.
Coach, you mentioned about a friendly yesterday. There was a behind-the-scenes friendly, and if I'm not wrong, it was a mixture of reserves team and first team players. Was that something that you wanted to? You wanted some players to get minutes and get fit, or was it to try something out and fix those issues that you have been facing in the first 3 games?
You mean about the young players from the B team? I didn't understand.
There was a game, friendly game last day.
Yeah. No, actually this year we want to organize often. So often we want to organize also playing time for the players who, for example, don't participate in the game in a competition in ISL. So actually what does it mean? They get also playing time. So it means that they have games in their legs, and later when you make a call up on them, they're there, they will be ready. So there will not be in a lack of minutes. So especially for young players who are coming and training with us, practicing, it's like the normal step in their careers, coming, being with us, being with the first squad, getting to know the other players getting to know these young players, because soon they will be part of the first squad. It is the next step in their career. But later, maybe from January or next season, when they come and become the full part of the first squad, they don't need time to adapt, so they know each other. And this is normal process what happens in all the clubs worldwide. Even if you ask Adrian in South America and all around, it happens like that. So we want, with a bunch of young players, having that moment where we organize friendly games, that they get to know each other with the other guys, they play together, and like that they will become stronger and better. For the moment when they come to the first squad, they're ready.
Hi Luna. After one away match, Blasters returned back to home ground. All fans are waiting for you, especially for Luna. So, what is your expectation about tomorrow match as a fan-based ground?
Yeah, I mean, for our supporters, we have to thank them, because it's the third game we play at home is sold out again. So, of course, you as a footballer want to play for them. You have the possibility to give them happiness. We win the game, they go home, they were happy at home. So yeah, I am happy for the love they show me, they show to all the team, and I hope tomorrow we can give them, like I say, happiness and good game for them.
Coach, from the last game, you make a decision to sub on Nihal Sudesh rather than Vidyasagar. What did you think about? What did you think on that? Because Vidya got an assist on first game. He's a good player with a good pace. Have more played than Nihal on national tournaments like I-League top scorer, etc. So why do you make that substitution?
Well, because we sub at that moment a player who was playing on the right side, Sahal. So we wanted to reinforce our right side more with running deep, putting pressure on that part of the pitch. Vidya is a great guy, great player, but we want to use him mostly central as a central striker. So in that moment we still have our central strikers on the pitch, so with Nihal, who is also a promising young player, we wanted to give him also playing time, and it was also the chance for us to see him how he responds, in a game like in competition like ISL. For us also, these are the moments, these guys, they're collecting their first minutes. We want to see that. We want to see that so we must expect also in the future that many of these guys, Vidya, Nihal, Sorav, Bryce, many of them, they get playing time because we want to see them live. So actually this is also the objective as a club.
One more question. Saurav. Saurav was the player who impresses mostly in the pre-season. We got a lot of updates on Saurav scoring, Saurav assisting, Saurav scoring, but he didn't make in starting level for both past 3 matches. So what's on the comment on Saurav's?
He's a great young player coming from I-League. From the beginning he saw he felt the difference being in one team in I-League and in ISL, difference with training and game intensity and everything. And when you have these kind of players, you want to do it in a gradual process, step by step. We are not we don't want just to throw people, like we say, we don't want to throw them to the lions, just to expose them, use them, or this is a gradual process, putting them step by step, because you want to build up that process that they become like everybody else has done in a career. Because when the young players, they come to ISL on a certain level, they must go through the process. So he's a great guy, great player. I hope that in next period he will get more and more playing time, because he deserves that. I'm very happy with him and Bryce as well, because they show great mentality, great characters. They want to improve, they want to fight. So we're happy to have them.
Thank you, coach. Thank you, Lona.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you.